Two US-based brothers, Anton Peraire-Bueno and James Peraire, have been charged with stealing $25 million in cryptocurrency in just 12 seconds.
$25 million gone in just 12 seconds. Not from a bank, not from a vault, but from one of the most advanced financial systems of the 21st century, the Ethereum blockchain. For years, cryptocurrency promised to be unbreakable, a system without middlemen, without banks, without borders. But on May 2024, two brothers from MIT showed the world that even the future of money has cracks. Anton and James Peraire-Bueno weren't shadowy cybercriminals hiding in basements. They were graduates of one of the world's most prestigious universities. Brilliant minds who had studied the very math and engineering that powers the digital age. And with those skills, they engineered something the US Department of Justice would later call a first-of-its-kind attack on Ethereum. 12 seconds, that's all it took. In the time it takes you to tie your shoes, they drained wallets, manipulated transactions, and rewrote the rules of the blockchain itself. But who were these brothers? How did they learn to outsmart a system designed to be unbreakable? And how did the authorities finally bring them down? This is the story of the fastest crypto heist in history. To understand how this heist happened, you have to understand the brothers behind it. Anton and James Peraire-Bueno didn't come from a criminal underground. They came from Cambridge, Massachusetts, from the halls of MIT. James, the elder brother, graduated in 2021 with degrees in mathematics, computer science, and even aerospace engineering. Not stopping there, he completed a master's in aeronautics and astronautics, a rare combination of abstract math and practical engineering. Anton, his younger brother, followed close behind, earning a degree in computer science and engineering in February 2024. Together, the two represented the pinnacle of MIT talent. Brilliant, disciplined, and fluent in the languages of both machines and money. But brilliance can be a double-edged sword. The same equations that could launch rockets into orbit could also be bent to rewrite the very laws of blockchain. During their years at MIT, the brothers honed specialized skills: cryptography, distributed systems, the hidden mathematics behind decentralized finance. And somewhere between classes and late-night coding sessions, their fascination with cryptocurrency grew into something else: an obsession with the system's flaws. What began as academic curiosity soon sharpened into something more dangerous: the knowledge that even a billion-dollar blockchain could be gamed if you knew where to look. By the time Anton walked across the graduation stage in early 2024, he and James weren't just MIT graduates anymore. They were armed with a plan that would unfold in the blink of an eye and shake the world of crypto to its core. May 2024. The Ethereum network was buzzing with billions in pending transactions. Millions of traders, validators, and machines working in harmony to keep the blockchain alive. But hidden in the noise, two brothers were about to change everything. For months, Anton and James had studied the network's plumbing, the hidden layer called MEV-boost, used by validators to process pending trades. Most saw it as routine, the silent gears of the blockchain. But the brothers saw a flaw. They realized they could reach inside the very bloodstream of Ethereum, pluck out pending transactions, and reorder them for profit. It wasn't just hacking, it was rewriting the laws of digital trust. The trap was set. The brothers waited for the perfect block, then struck. In the first second, their code reached into Ethereum's bloodstream. By the third, wallets began to drain. By the sixth, $25 million was already in motion. And by the 12th, it was over, the fastest crypto heist in history. In 12 seconds, Anton and James Peraire-Bueno had pulled off what prosecutors would later call a first-of-its-kind attack on Ethereum. No guns, no masks, just pure code, precise timing, and brilliance gone rogue. The brothers thought they were untouchable. Hidden behind shell companies, fake wallets, and crypto mixers, They believed they had erased their fingerprints from the digital crime scene. But what they didn't know was that the clock had already started ticking on their capture. For Anton and James, the perfect crime was complete. $25 million secured in private wallets, hidden behind layers of crypto mixers, shell companies, and foreign exchanges. To them, it was untraceable, invisible. But in the world of cryptocurrency, every coin leaves a shadow. Every transaction is carved permanently into the blockchain, a digital fingerprint that never fades. Investigators from the FBI and IRS began to dissect the heist, block by block, wallet by wallet. What they found was a pattern. Wallets that appeared moments before the attack moved millions instantly, then vanished. Too precise to be random, too calculated to be a coincidence. The brothers believed their skills could erase their trail. But the very brilliance that made their attack possible also made them stand out. Their timing, their code, their movements, it was like a signature written across the blockchain. The more investigators dug, the more the brothers' world began to collapse. Wallets were traced to exchanges that required IDs. Emails linked to shell companies pointed back to familiar names. And slowly, the walls closed in. By May 2024, the Justice Department had everything they needed. The illusion of invisibility was shattered. The same precision that fueled the 12-second heist would now be used against them in court. Anton and James Peraire-Bueno had outsmarted the blockchain. But in the end, they couldn't outsmart the law. On May 15, 2024, federal prosecutors unsealed the indictment. The charges were staggering: conspiracy to commit wire fraud itself, and money laundering, each carrying up to 20 years in prison. What prosecutors called a first-of-its-kind attack had ended in handcuffs. The same skills that had once put them at the top of their class now stood as evidence against them in court. But the fallout reached far beyond two brothers. The case sent shockwaves through the entire crypto industry. If the Ethereum network, trusted by millions, could be manipulated in 12 seconds, what did that mean for the future of decentralized finance? Confidence was shaken. Regulators called for tighter oversight. And once again, investors were reminded that in the digital world, trust can vanish as fast as a heartbeat. But there's a lesson here. Scams, exploits, and fraud don't always come from shadowy figures in the dark. Sometimes they come from the most unexpected places. That's why protection isn't optional. It's essential. At IRS, we use the power of AI to detect scams, protect your data, and safeguard your future. Because in a world where millions can vanish in seconds, you can't afford to take chances. Visit tilariz.com to protect yourself today. If you found this story eye-opening, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover the biggest scams, hacks, and digital crimes shaping our world today. Stay informed, stay protected, and never get caught off guard.